So knitting needles are very important. You can use them for so many different things, so make sure you get some. You can find them anywhere, even the thrift store. Small brushes, I use them to put on the blush. I use the ends for many things, as you'll find out. The toothbrush, you'll see at the end what I use this for. You can use it for texture, for making snow. Needle tool, you have to have this, even if you make your own using clay and just a needle. X-Acto knife, many uses. And have one good garlic press. I have several that I use for the different colors. I've had this one for over 20 years. These are little lights. You can get them in any craft store or online. I like the Lamax, but haven't been able to find them. Blush. Any cheap blush will do. I use a little paintbrush to put mine on, but you can use a Q-tip or anything you're comfortable with. Toothpicks, we don't use them too often, but good to have around. Of course, your paper clips. I like to use paper clips for my hooks. And they come in different colors. You can match them to the color of your ornament, and this is the way to cut them. You want to leave that little hook on the bottom, because that way the weight of the ornament will not pull off from the paper clip. Oh, excuse me. And you can actually make two sizes from one paper clip. Now there you have the large size, and I'm going to show you the smaller size. And most of the time you want to go with the smaller size. This is the roller I got from Pampered Chef. You can get them anywhere, but you can flatten out your clay with it. Now here I'm showing you how to use the templates that I have in the PDFs. Of course you can use your cookie cutters, but if you don't have cookie cutters, this is an easy way to take care of that. What I do is I will take my template, I will put it on the clay, cut out a piece of clay around it, and then that piece of clay that I've cut out, I bake and I mark it as a template. And then you can use that star that you've made or whatever whenever you need a star, and you just cut around it after it's been baked. I hope I'm clear about that. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a scratchy throat today. I apologize for that. And this is a baked star, and notice I marked it as a template, and here I'm going to show you how I use it. You just roll out your clay. You can also roll out your clay through the pasta machine. Now if you plan to make a lot of ornaments or work a lot with the polymer clay, invest in a pasta machine. You will not regret it. There, you see, it's much easier with finished clay. So there you have it. Now here I've rolled a ball and a fat little log. And notice how everything kind of starts from a ball. And this is a I call it a rounded triangle or a tapered log, whatever you want. But what you do is you just practice these shapes a little bit, because these are your basic shapes are going to use along with the rope, which is very easy. And you just kind of roll it back and forth and put pressure on it as you're rolling it, and that'll make it longer and thinner. These are our basic shapes in polymer clay, and we go from there. I would really suggest, if you get yourself some super Sculpey, just practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice even with the ornaments we're making. If you want to practice with the super Sculpey before you actually do the ornament in the colored clay, it'll help you a great deal, because if you make mistakes, you can just squish up the super Sculpey and use it again. Whereas if you squish up all the different colors, you'll have a mess and end up with scrap clay. So practice. Now here I'm rolling out a red rope or snake. You know, sometimes some people call it a snake or a rope. I think I interchange it. But this is just your basic candy cane. I mean, you can make fancier candy canes, but this is basic, and I think it works just fine. Then twist it. And then roll it smooth. And then twist it a little more. What I'm showing you here is that some of the clay will come off, the color will come off in your hands. Red and black and sometimes green, they're just the worst. Red is the worst. And what I do is, to clean my hands, is I take just some hand lotion, scrub my hands with it. This works really well for me. And it's good for your hands. Now, if you don't want to see someone scrubbing their hands, just fast forward. Then I use a baby wipe and wipe my hands with it. And if it's really bad, then I'll just go and have a little Dawn and wash my hands under some hot water. But the hand lotion really works well. And I would suggest just put on some hand lotion before you even start working with the clay. Not a lot, you know, just a little bit. Look, the test. Will the white stay white after I've cleaned the red clay off my hands? Ah, it did. Excellent.